Chris Beard goes to his bench, you'll see it tonight. There's no drop-off defensively, so the Wildcats will have their hands full in terms of their half-court offense.
K-State will get the first crack, and here's their lineup. And they have been helped by Cartier-Jada at the point. We talked about Wade. Mayween had a big game against TCU here in a career high. And Xavier Sneed, a good three alone. Sneed has big time from third. It's his 46th make of the year from bonus.
Well, Texas Tech will try to isolate you on the wing defensively, and Brown, who's an excellent driver, just smooth along the baseline, finds Sneed in the corner.
Sneed at 9 of his last 17 threes. And here's a look at the Texas Tech starting lineup. And what's the big deal about this? We'll talk about it. Are their seniors, led by Keenan Evans, Justin Gray. But these guys have been survivors. And now they're setting in the top 10, one of the top teams in the country. And Wade going to get a big on low.
I love the high-low with Wade. And one of the things that you appreciate about him, because he can shoot it from the perimeter, he does not settle. And they get him on the block there. You'll see Wade work the interior. That's where Bruce Weber thinks he has an advantage here tonight.
Culver missing from 3. But the last time Texas Tech ended up with Keenan Allen. Now Jada will try a 3 and has his own rebound. Chase, and he'll go to the line. Southern Illinois, Sweet 16 runs. Then he had a national title.
You like about Bruce Weber, really pays attention to detail. On defense, help-oriented, makes his players accountable for their individual assignments, and then the offensive end, they execute well. They cut hard, screen, the ball moves. Bruce Weber doing a really nice job with this K-State team as they've continued to improve and progress throughout this season.
Great look at a 3. Zaire Smith, only his 8th three-point make of the year. That's not his game, but he can do everything else. If he adds that to his repertoire, look out.
Boy, just an impact from day one. What's interesting, Mitch, he has a high motor, and that has not been a deal where he's had to motivate this young man as a freshman.
Mayween with the crab dribble and the left-handed hook over Odiase, and K-State has had a terrific start.
And keep in mind with Mayween, Kansas State is 6-0 this season when he has scored 10 points or more. And Bruce Weber wants to continue to get him involved. What it also does is it's going to keep Texas Tech honest defensively. That K-State's not going to be afraid to throw it inside to him.
Odiase, great there in the void of the defense. Lawrence Odiase, a guy who's battled injury throughout his career at Tech, has his first 2.
See the spacing right there. 5-man motion from Texas Tech. And they do such a great job moving the ball side to side and getting that defense to shift and create those open looks.
Tech trying to settle in defensively here, and there's an illegal screen. Kansas has lost. West Virginia has lost. Oklahoma has lost, and they've got their hands full, Tech, because this K-State team is off to a great start. And how improved are the K-State Wildcats?
Much improved, and they have several guys that have been through the wars before. I think that's showing in guys like Wade.
Sneed and flushes it home.
Big 12 in steals, and what that allows you to do is get out and run. You see the skill level of this, Mitch, that he has had in his entire Kansas State career, and it has shown for the last 10 or 12 games.
And Brendan, he's doing everything right on both ends of the floor. Shoots it with range, plays at the rim, good defender. He brought the ball up against Javon Carter in West Virginia, and he's 6'10". State with a decent start defensively as well.
And that's what they want to do with all the cutting, the movement, especially away from the ball offensively from Texas Tech. Bruce Weber wants to make them a jump shooting team. So you've got to be careful getting out and pressuring too much on the perimeter. So far, they've done a nice job.
Wade off the extra pass, and Tech able to close out. What about Tech's defensive positioning? Because they were in the presence of Wade as he caught it 2 passes away.
Really good, sorry Mitch, defensive possession from Kansas State, as we were just talking about. Notice how they were keeping everything in front. Assignment, solid defense.
Got it all by themselves.
And a real opportunity to make a statement to the country. This is a really good Texas Tech team, and one that's probably not talked enough about. And they're terrific defensively at all positions. There's not a weak defender that Chris will put out there on the floor for Tech. You got a great point guard play, and you got a lot of experience. It's a good basketball team. They're going to have their work cut out for them here tonight against Kansas State, who's playing really well.
They try the lob. Wainwright with enough defense, and the talented freshman Zaire Smith. That might be the most impressive part of this game, is the way K-State has been defensively. Kamau Stokes injured, missing a lot of time. Back on the floor now for K-State after missing 7 games. And he can do this. That's way off.
Right where he left off. But it's going to be a process, and that's part of the reason Bruce Weber is going to ease him into it. 10 minutes against West Virginia, 14 against Texas. Had 7 assists in those 24 minutes. But doesn't necessarily have his legs yet. It's more important that Cam Stokes is ready, Mitch, about the last week of February down the final stretch of the regular season.
Brandon Francis, the Florida transfer, hits a badly needed shot for Tech. That ends a 3.5-minute drive for the Red Raiders.
And we talked about no drop-off from Tech defensively. When Chris Beard goes to the bench, they can score too. His bench averages over 30-point game, and Francis, a guy that can hit some shots.
Hamilton steps out into 3. The 17th make of the year from 3-point range for the DePaul transfer.
Case in point right there. I mean, these guys play with tremendous confidence. Chris Beard, he does a nice job communicating to his players, giving them confidence to go make plays, but also making them understand what's a good shot within their own individual games.
Brown has missed 2 threes, and Wade missed a mid-range shot. K-State on their dry spell now, and Evans can give Tech the lead. And take a look at him, folks. If you haven't studied Keenan Evans, a 4-time Big 12 player of the week, 2nd in the league in scoring at 18 points a game.
And last year, 3rd team All Big 12 player. But with Tech faltering in February and not making the tournament, not a lot of eyes were on him. And then you look at the point guards the Big 12 had last year. Pros and Frank Mason, Juwan Evans, and Monte Morris.
A 10-2 run, and now a drive and a foul.
Either hand. You saw right there going the offhand, absorbing contact, and then getting it to go softly.
They beat the University of Texas, one of their 3 road wins in the league this year.
He has got to continue to look to do that more tonight, even though they're playing a good defensive team in Tech, Mitch.
With Stokes back, now K-State with neither one of these coaches are afraid to play their benches either. I mean, there's not just Brown would be the one who's grinding a lot of minutes.
Now, having Stokes back will certainly help the minutes load that Brown has had to play.
And Wade at the rim and comes out on the dribble. How many guys can do that right now in the country? He defends the rim, brings it on the dribble, and does this.
Two-way player. Again, size, skill, intellect.
Snead's turnover leads to a breakout in the Athletic. Culver can't finish. And Texas Tech loses a great opportunity. And Culver with the block.
Offensively, all 3 of those coaches at their respective programs, good spacing, ball movement, hard cuts, screens, and just as important as anything else, which sounds simplistic, I think it's difficult for some coaches to do this. Keep the guys shoot it, Mitch, and everybody knows their roles.
And I know, save the emails, because you're going to say, well, wait a minute, UVA just lost in overtime to Buzz Williams and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Oh, and Purdue lost at Michigan State. Okay, then who wants to play them tomorrow? Carolina, they won at State today. This one's on ESPN and the ESPN app.
When you talk, again, going back, when you talk about those coaches and those programs right now, I mean, it begins and ends on the defensive end. I mean, the toughness, tenacity, all the way through the play, not just when the shot goes up, but finishing the play. They're all good defensive rebounding teams. You know, defense will stretch out leads, and it'll also buy you time when you're struggling on the offensive end. And we've seen that a lot with Texas Tech this year. We've had several double-digit backs because they were able to get enough stops to buy their offense time to get those little mini runs when they've needed them.
And K-State might be a year behind Tech because they got a group of juniors that have played together, including Dean Wade and Barry Brown. But right now, they're on par with Tech and even better, leading by 5.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing is being old and experienced.
This is the land of 1,000 transfers in college basketball, and there's the creativity.
He does such a nice job of making a counter move. And in the last 3 games, if you look against Barry Brown, Kansas, West Virginia typically has. But he's had 14 assists in the last 3 games. And Bruce Weber talked to us about that earlier today, how he said, hey, Barry, the book is out. So you've got to be able to drive, but against these good defensive teams, look to create for your teammates as well. And so although he hasn't scored as much lately, he's been producing buckets in other ways for K-State.
He's still averaging 19 points a game in Big 12 play. And second in the league in steals to Javon Carter. Stevenson hunting that one. They want him going to the basket more than launching threes. Mayween with positioning. A big time hustle from senior Justin Gray for Tech. Had his best game here 2 years ago, Gray. 23 points and 8 rebounds for the Red Raiders. Stevenson eaten by Wade inside.
Media timeout coming up. Good time to get him a little blow.
Yeah, his timeout, though, will be the lifespan of a tsetse fly. Here's what Tech was working on today on trap. So Beard, and now Tech with a casual turnover here, but they dodge a dart. Tech was working on trapping on the half court to try to get K-State out of its sets. And a 3, Tommy Hamilton, his second 3-point make of the half.
Well, Hamilton showed when he was at DePaul, Mitch, that he could shoot the 3. He made 49 threes in the last 2 seasons there. He's got number 17 and 18. Ability to knock down the shot. He really gives Chris Beard about 15 really
screens.
And a little bit of comfort in that for Mayween as you get Love in the game. Who had 6 points at Texas. Gave Bruce Weber some really good minutes.
Well, Tommy Hamilton has 8 of Tech's 18 points out of the highly regarded Whitney Young High School program in Chicago.
We went right at Love when he entered the game. Love trying to defend out on the perimeter. And then Hamilton using his skill set at 6'11" to take him off the bounce.
Jot in trouble. This is off his Tech. Brendan Manzer is their bench production.
33 points a game that Texas Tech gets off the bench. And we talked a lot about Hamilton, those 2 threes, and then taking Love off the bounce. There's 8 of them. Francis the other 2. Again, that's what's so nice about this team. You don't know about Texas Tech. They really don't have drop off at either end of the floor when they go to the bench.
Wade trailing. Good closeout by Zaire Smith because Wade can trigger in that transition 3. Wade didn't rest long, did he? It's going to be an offensive foul on Brown. All right, Monday night at 7 Eastern on ESPN2. Big-time women's matchup. Number 4 Louisville takes on number 1 UConn. That'll be at Gamble Pavilion in stores. Huskies have won 16 straight games against the Cardinals. How much has Jada helped this team at point guard for K-State? Having a good game here. He was great against Texas on Wednesday night in Austin. Second time he's rebounded his own miss. Might want to get it out of there or score or miss. Another rebound. John had 3 offensive rebounds on 1 possession. That's your point guard. And speaking of point guards, comes back and scores. He's got 5.
I kept waiting for Jada to make a bucket so I could answer your question. Nice finish right there from Evans. Well, Jada, remember, he's a redshirt freshman, so just like a true freshman thrown in the fire. But I tell you what, he makes good decisions. He doesn't take bad threes. He gets K-State in its offense and does a lot of little things for Kansas State.
K-State has missed its last 7 threes. And Brown will get free throws.
K-State leads the league in steals. And Barry Brown, most of the time, is somehow involved in that.
The other thing is route.
Now, the downside is they are relying upon those turnovers because they are, K-State, last in the big conference in league games in field goal percentage defense. They don't necessarily have that rim protection. So when you get out in pressure, and these good guards in this league get beyond that into pressure, you know, there's options on the back end.
Back-to-back steals for K-State. 6 turnovers for Tech.
Look, Bruce Weber talking to officials about a potential foul right there. Look, Wainwright got hit on the arm.
Brown looks sped up.
Typically really good at it. They don't get anything. Texas Tech communicates, continuing to rotate. Able to knock the ball out of bounds and reestablish their defense right here.
Wade's going to the line.
Put pressure on Tech defensively. But you can see when Wade is down there, there's to keep Wade moving in the interior, make him difficult to guard as you try to get him the ball.
Bragging on Wade that he does everything. You go, well, how does he do it? Well, he's 77% in Big 12 play at the line, although he goes 1 for 2 there. He only had 1 free throw attempt on the loss at Tech, though. I thought it was a big deal. He could not get to the line and love it. Tech did a great job on it. He's staying a little zone here, it looks like.
And Tech, not a good job of recognizing it and getting into it. Keenan Evans not in the game right now.
K-State hasn't had a field goal in the last 6:30. They lead by 1 over the 7th-ranked team in the country.
And after that possession, where's Chris Beard go? Sends Keenan Evans to the scores table.
Shot clock a factor in Tech is big.
Are his 5 points on just 3 field goal attempts. But when he's had those runs, it's been because he's getting things moving to the basket. And he shoots nearly 60% inside the arc. And he's also, think about this, a number of times. He nor his teammates have been yet. And that's a credit to K-State defensively. But they've got to stay true to that because when Tech and Evans are at their best offensively, he's going to work and able to get angles.
But Brendan, he had 38 points against Texas on 13 shots. He got to the line 20 times in that game.
Get to the line and
points of the game. He's like a closer in baseball. And there's love this kid's game and his toughness. And Culver, the talented freshman, Zaire Smith.
Culver, I mean, his versatility, really at both ends. Offensively, he has handles. He's great in transition. He'll be a guy as his career progresses that he could get his own shot.
K-State is 0 for its last 8 and leads by 2. They haven't had a field goal for over 7 minutes. Brown a little wincing as he thought that was down. Remember, Jada had 4 of those misses, I think, by himself on 1 possession.
Texas Tech knows all the movement on the weak side. Bodies moving constantly. There's a little theatrical effect from Zaire Smith. But this is the thing with Tech. They've really struggled on the offensive end. Big time. Yet they're only down 2 on the road.
But how many teams, if they can't make shots, their defense is just a wreck on the other end. These guys, give them 0 and they'll play. I just take 0 points and guard all night.
And they have length everywhere. I mean, they're not big at the 4 and 5. But 1 through 4, you're talking 6'4", 6'5" guys with length to contest the 6'10" Dean Wade right there. Really smooth on that fadeaway from about 12, 15 feet.
First field goal for K-State in over 8 game minutes. Stevenson
basically give himself an interior post touch in that mid-post area. And then he's got such a soft shot. And at 6'10", most players
for him 20-plus games prior to the game the other night. A double bonus here now for Wade. And he exploded Oklahoma State. Even at Tech on 12 shots, they lose at Tech, but he had 14 points in that game.
Your good players at the highest level of college basketball are the ones that when conference play comes, Mitch, they raise the level of their game. And so that's one of the reasons it tells me that Dean Wade is playing at such a high level. His numbers are up in this league where every night you're playing against somebody who's good. There's no gimmies, as we all talked about. He's averaging 20 a game in league play.
Zaire Smith
at the foul line. I've not been able to convert this 1 of 3. Missed the front end of a 1-and-1 last time. But adjustments within the game. Settling for 3s earlier. Offense not running well for Chris Beard. Let's make adjustment. Let's get some things moving towards the basket.
That's why they're also in the category of comparison with Virginia and Purdue, 2 very, very smart teams.
Typically, that's associated with experience, right? It should be.
That and good coaching. Should be off Wade. It's going to be 2 bonus distance.
Both these teams defend the 3 really well. And the biggest reason is they do such a good job defensively of being there on the catch.
Ooh, that's a tough by Jared Culver. The Lubbock native had 20 against TCU last Saturday and 16 Wednesday against Iowa State, and nails the 3 to tie the game at 27.
Understand the intensity needed. That has not been an issue for those 2.
So again, K-State can take this down almost all the way to the end. There's just a 1.1 second differential. And Jada launches. Play. Jada looked like he maybe settled for the 3 and quick.
Yeah, not typically something he has done since he's started at point guard.
And now K-State at the buzzer, and will be tied at half.